Hey, y'all, gravity. Ain't they above ground living? Hope you're having a fantastic start to your Sunday morning. The more things change, the more they stay the same. MAGA, y'all got to come on. Y'all making this too easy. Let's go. Come on. Let's have a frank and civil conversation this morning because I need y'all to explain this to me. All this winning, right? Y'all claim that we're going to be doing. How is this winning? You must want to pay more interest. That's the winning. Oh, I know. You thought that all that money them countries are about to give us over a decade, that doesn't come with interest. You just think it's just they're just handing us money. Yo Congress can't even agree on a spending bill. We're going to have fun with that tomorrow on talks. We're going to have so much fun with that because I told y'all this last week and last month and last year that the Republicans and the Democrats are going to screw with your chosen people. And they're screwing with them right now. But we're going to save that for tomorrow. Today, it is about this. Hell. So for those who don't know, Moody's, a well-known worldwide credit agency, they look at a country's financial stabilities and how they do business, and they assess the risk. And if you remember, old Greece back in the early 2010s, they were damn near on an F because they were in bankruptcy and they couldn't pay back their loans. So America had a pristine credit rating with Moody's for over a century. 1919. That's when they got the AAA rating. And now this week, America has been downgraded to AA plus. They are underneath Singapore and Germany. It is beautiful. It is beautiful. Because as I said last year, for those who were here, Trump does not know how to navigate a post-pandemic world. And here we are. More proof. But I figure, y'all gonna tell me I'm lying. This is the news. And you'd be correct. It is the news. So go ahead and tell us this is a lie. This is propaganda. Fam, it has gotten so bad. They said that Moody's, all of a sudden, they're about to invoke the W word. There was actually a post. Let me see. I think it's on this thread when I looked it up. Somebody said it. Was it this one? Yeah, see, the hell is up with Moody's all of a sudden not being corrupt and downgrading the U.S. Oh, so you'll be nice to the banks who blew up the housing market in '08, but not to the U.S.? That's where I draw the line. Yes, because if they weren't nice to the banks, we would still be in a depression right now. That's correct, Quality. They're going to evoke the W word. Moody's is woke. And we'll make sure to talk about this more tomorrow. It gets better all the time. But let's go back to this article. That says Moody's cuts America's pristine credit rating, citing rising debt. By the way, their big, beautiful bill that Trump wants Congress to pass is going to add estimates from $3 to $6 trillion over the next decade. They're talking about they're going to probably have to raise the debt ceiling about 4 more times just to be able to absorb all that. So if y'all let Trump run unabashed, we might be hitting a $40 trillion debt by the time he leaves. I don't know if we want that. I don't think we want that. But, maybe MAGA wins it because it's a win. More money. Because, they've been weaned on this. Credit is an asset. Okay. So, again, this article came out yesterday. Moody's downgraded the U.S. sovereign credit rating on Friday due to concerns about the nation's growing $36 trillion debt pile in a move that could complicate President Donald Trump's efforts to cut taxes and send ripples through global markets. Moody's first gave the United States its pristine AAA rating in 1919 and is the last of the three major credit agencies to downgrade it. Because I know they're going to come in here and try to say, well, what about Biden? Well, for those who don't know, Biden got us downgraded in 2023 by Fitch. Yeah. Fun times. Friday's cut by one notch to, okay, I was wrong. I thought it was AA plus. It's AA1. That was the other one. That was Fitch. That was my fault. Follows a change in 2023 in the agency's outlook on the sovereign due to wider fiscal debts and higher interest payments. Quote, successive U.S. administrations and Congress have failed to agree on measures to reverse the trend of large annual fiscal deficits and growing interest costs, Moody said on Friday, as it changed its outlook on the U.S. to stable from negative. The announcement drew criticism from people close to Trump. Stephen Moore, former senior economic advisor to Trump and an economist at Heritage Foundation. Okay. Called the move outrageous. If a U.S.-backed government bond is a AAA asset, then what is? The ones from Singapore. TikTok. The CEO of TikTok is Singaporean. Germany's industrial sector is AAA. Even though Germany's getting overrun with immigrants, right? But, okay. White House Communications Director Stephen Chung reacted to the downgrade via a social media post, singling out Moody's economist Mark Zandi for criticism. He calls Zandi a political opponent of Trump. There we go. Which doctor can we help you with your 401k? Yes, watch it every day. Invest in other things. Stock market, just not that. Get in on them bonds before they change the interest rates. Go get some assets. Diversify your portfolio. Figure out how to invest in bricks. You might as well put it in Google. Google's about to hit some money because they sent billions over to Saudi Arabia and Qatar and the UAE. So I'm sure they'll make money by the end of this month. Go over there with that. Google some. And data, what is it called? DataVox or whatever the fuck they called it. Data Voice, I don't remember what the hell they called it. Data something. It's in the last upload, the last live stream we did. And somebody in my house just fell. But that's okay. Zandi declined to comment. Zandi is the chief economist at Moody's Analytics, which is a separate entity from the credit ratings agency Moody's. Since his return to the White House on January 20th, Trump has said he would balance the budget, while his Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent has repeatedly said the current administration aims to lower U.S. government funding costs. But the administration's attempt to raise revenue and cut spending have so far failed to persuade investors. Trump's attempts to cut spending through Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency have fallen far short of its initial goals. Attempts to raise revenue through tariffs have sparked concerns about a trade war and global slowdown roiling markets. So if you don't understand what this paragraph is saying is, Doge was a scam, which we told y'all it was. All Doge did really was just expose where programs were getting money. And then if it was, I'm going to use a term y'all don't like, if it was people of color related, they got rid of it. So that way when they consolidate one's Elon leaves, they could say, look how much money we're going to invest back in the government, which is basically not going to be a lot. It's going to be maybe at most, if they're nice, because most of that money gone, probably low nine figures, which does nothing. That's fine. You love Doge. If y'all love Doge so much, let me ask you a question. How come y'all haven't bought his meme coin? I just want to know. He got a whole crypto thing out there. That motherfucker can't go past 30 cents. It can't even touch 30 cents. But y'all love Doge so much. Yeah, okay. Y'all are frauds. Left unchecked, such words could trigger a bond market rout and hinder the administration's ability to pursue its agenda. That's fine, you bought a Tesla. I care less. Just make sure it's charged all the way. That's all I'm going to say. Can't be in an HOV lane, your car just stops working. That'd be kind of fucked up. The downgrade, which came after market close, set yields on Treasury bonds higher, and analysts said it could give investors a pause when markets reopen for regular trading on Monday. Quote, it basically adds to the evidence that the United States has too much debt, said Darrell Duffy, a Stanford finance professor who was formerly on Moody's board. Congress is just going to have to discipline itself, either get more revenues or spend less. Well, that's... Egg prices are not down. Jesus Christ. Here we go with that. Now, family, I just want y'all to understand, this is where they tell lies. Egg prices are not down. The supply has been artificially propped up. The prices have not gone down. Now, I know the administration told you that. Prices are still way higher than they should be. You should not be paying $6 for a carton of eggs. There's no way. And the fact that you let the administration tell you that just shows that you are not outside. Gas is not cheaper. Another lie they tell. Gas is not cheaper. Just because you saw somebody put up a post in some bum area of the country where gas was probably $2.29 does not mean that gas is down. Again, we will explain this. The reason why they are artificially keeping the price where it is because they're using the winter blend of gas, which is cheaper. It's May. They should be switching over to the summer blend where they make more money. They're not doing that because these companies want to make sure they still make profit because demand is down. So that's my point, Rick. Now, thank you for saying it. In your city, where do you live, sir? Or ma'am or it. We do not discriminate over here. Since you want to stop my program, we're going to make you the focus for the next 10 seconds. What city is this? And watch, he's going to tell us somewhere small. And if you tell me a big city, you're going to get blocked. So think about how you're going to troll. Thank you so much. I'm going to keep reading. Trump is pushing lawmakers in the Republican-controlled Congress to pass a bill extending the 2017 tax cuts that were his signature first-term legislative achievement, a move that nonpartisan analysts say will add trillions to the federal government's debt and make you pay more in taxes. He said Las Vegas. Boy, I told him do not say a big city. Y'all heard me say that. Don't say a big city. He's lying. Las Vegas. Las Vegas, a city where you don't pay state income tax. Boy, let him live. Let him live. Don't even block him. I want people to see that. But we're going to keep going. The downgrade came as the tax bill failed to clear a key procedural hurdle on Friday. Hardline Republicans demanding deeper spending cuts blocked the measure in a real political setback for the Republican president and Congress. What did I tell y'all during the election cycle? And what did I tell you afterwards? Did I not tell you that the Republicans were going to turn on MAGA? Did I not tell y'all that? And them Democrats were sitting there and they was loving it. And they said, cool, y'all back on code. Let's get it. Sir, I travel all over this country. Stop telling these lies. And I got people on the ground. I can call them anytime I want. Stop telling these lies. Because Americans are still hurting. Stop telling us the prices are down. They're not. I study this every day. So don't tell me no lies. Thank you so much. Moody said the fiscal proposals under considerations were unlikely to lead to a sustained multi-year reduction in deficits, and it estimated the federal debt burden would rise to about 134% of GDP by 2035, compared with 98% in 2024. Christopher, you can do both. Okay, Las Vegas gas is 323, right? Okay, I'm in Georgia, it's 285. So tell me again how gas is down. Your city is the average of the country, sir. Maybe you didn't know that. Sir. Okay, a dozen regular eggs, right? A dozen regular eggs should be $2.29, sir. That was the price 2 years ago. Should be $2.29. The fact you told me you paid $3.65 tells me everything what I said before was correct. Stuff is not down. And I just told you why you think the price is down is because they bought 3 million pounds of eggs from Canada and Turkey. But okay, y'all missed all that, but that's okay. That's okay. Now you a lie, Rick. Now you're lying. But we're gonna let you disseminate those lies because I got people in here that study as well because I taught them well. I'm gonna let them get at you. We're gonna continue with what we were talking about here because you're a fool. Gas was $6.99. Okay, because that was the average of the country, right? Okay, you got it. Moody's downgraded the United States credit rating should be a wake-up call to Trump and congressional Republicans to end their reckless pursuit of their deficit-busting tax giveaways, Senate Democrat leader Chuck Schumer said in a statement on Friday. Sadly, I'm not holding my breath. The cut follows a downgrade by rival Fitch, which in August 2023 also cut the U.S. sovereign rating by one notch, citing expected fiscal deterioration and repeated down-to-the-wire debt ceiling negotiations that threatened the government's ability to pay its bills. Fitch was the second major rating agency to strip the United States of its top AAA rating after Standard & Poor's did so after the 2011 debt ceiling crisis. They have to come up with a credible budget agreement that puts the deficit on a downward trajectory, said Brian Bethune, an economics professor at Boston College, referring to Republican lawmakers. But you're right. How was 2 years ago a dozen eggs $7? Is he serious right now? Is he serious? Okay, good. Rick, tell us when we had an egg crisis 2 years ago. Go ahead. Yes, how 2008 go? Yeah, they didn't downgrade it now, did they? Because they needed us to get out of it. They downgraded us now. And since you wanted to bring that up, Martin, would you like to help me bring up the fact that they told Trump and them in his first administration, y'all got to watch what y'all doing? Because there were rumblings we were going to get downgraded in 2020, but the pandemic happened. They left them alone. He actually got a mulligan on that. I guess y'all forgot that him running around pushing and pulling back on tariffs, you think they didn't take that into account. Okay. All right. They can't even agree on a bill, on a spending bill. And they're about to start going away for vacation soon. You got to remember, next week, Memorial Day, they're probably going to have a week off. But okay. Then there's Juneteenth. They got a free day off. So I'm sure they're going to take the whole week on that. Then we have July 4th. You know they're going to take 2 weeks off for that. August, they take their traditional 2 weeks off before Labor Day. Yeah. And still no bill. Investors use credit ratings to assess the risk profile of companies and governments when they're raising financing in debt capital markets. Generally, the lower borrowers rating, the higher its financing costs. The downgrade of the U.S. credit rating by Moody's is a continuation of a long trend of fiscal irresponsibility that will eventually lead to higher borrowing costs for the public and private sector in the United States, said Spencer Hakamian, chief executive of Toulouse Capital Management, a hedge fund. It's always these damn hedge fund people they call up. It's always them. Long-dated treasury yields, which rise when bond prices decline, could go higher on the back of the downgrade, barring news on the economic front that could increase safe haven demand for treasuries. The downgrade follows heightened uncertainty in U.S. financial markets as Trump's decision to impose tariffs, there we go, on key trade partners has over the past few weeks sparked investor fears of higher price pressures and a sharp economic slowdown. It's coming in July. I'm just telling y'all this again. Really? Independence never helped America? So let me ask you this, Rick. If independence never helped America, why do those same politicians come see us if we don't help America? It doesn't help y'all because you don't know how we're going to vote, because we don't align ourselves with either party, or we might go third party. So you don't know how we're moving. You don't know our issues because you think we're just radicals. I don't mind being a voter vigilante. You got to present me with a platform that I know you can execute. You can't do that. I ain't voting for you, and that's how you're supposed to vote. But you want to vote along party lines. That's fine. You can do it. Not a problem. You see what you got. This is I don't think this is what you wanted. We're almost 4 months into this man's administration, and we have no clear path. Except the fact he wants to come out with a new crime bill. And he just sold the Middle East our data and our security. But, you know, it doesn't matter if we pass bills. It doesn't matter. You see what I'm saying? This is what I'm talking about. You can say independents have done nothing. Independents are the most important vote in the country. Maybe you forgot about that. Who want to educate them on why they always come see us? Why every time it's an election cycle, they always seem to mention the independent voter. I don't care what you are. How about that? I don't care your racial makeup, your ethnic makeup. I could care less. You're one of the Most High's children, right? Cool. That's fine with me. Jesus. Oh, now look, family. He said we sit on the sidelines and don't participate. When you see those marches outside, a lot of those people are independent. Maybe you should go and research real fast. Use DuckDuckGo because it's an aggregate, and go see how the independents have risen over the last 30 years. Hell, the MAGA idiots in there, a lot of them said they left the Democrat Party. They're just independents. But wait, if someone asked you what your race was, why did you answer the question? You don't have to proffer that information to anybody. We should get out of the racial construct. But anyway, we continue. We're almost done. The news comes at a time when the markets are very vulnerable, and so we are likely to see a reaction, say Jay Hatfield, CEO of Infrastructure Capital Advisors, another hedge fund. Woo! Shout out to Moody's. But I'm sure Moody's let's see if Moody's gave money during this last election. Let's see. I'm curious. I just want, oh my God, they didn't even type it. Let's see. Did Moody's give money? Let's see, donors. No, they didn't. They actually stay out of it. I'm shocked. Okay. That's what's up. What about Fitch? I don't even know what they would call themselves. Oh, Fitch Group. Okay, let's look. Maybe. Wait, let me see. Federal lobbying. Yeah. Remember when I said get rid of all the lobbyists? But nah. Nah. But yeah, this is gonna be a fun conversation we're gonna have tomorrow when we talk about that spending bill. This is fun. Trump bent over and sat on the clear tarp for the Middle East. Now they want to project. Now watch. I just want y'all to understand. MAGA now is about to get fractured, family. I'm gonna put y'all ahead of the curve. Y'all ready? Put a one in the chat if you're ready for me to put y'all ahead of the curve. Because you're gonna love this. And I'm gonna repeat this tomorrow, but you're gonna love it. Why y'all motherfuckers talking about Tommy Sotomayor this early in the morning? Y'all motherfucker crazy. All right, whatever. Shout out to y'all. I couldn't do it. Let me see what they talking about on these news programs. Let me see. I'm gonna start with Fox News. Now this is hilarious. All right, y'all ready to be put ahead of the curve? I'm finna put y'all ahead of the curve. Now, y'all know a lot of MAGA, right? A lot of MAGA is divided on that Israel thing, right? I'm gonna put y'all up on game. Y'all know that MAGA is not. They're divided on Israel. Some are for it, some are against it. There's rumblings over there that Trump is trying to get away from Netanyahu, right? And he's gonna allow the GCC. He's gonna let them deal with what they want to do with Israel, which is probably the end goal is gonna absorb them, give them less power. You will see in a couple of months, MAGA is about to have an internal civil war over Israel. I promise you this. Candace Owens is going to be outside telling you how I told y'all so. Is she gonna go after MAGA? That's gonna be crazy. I don't know how Tatum Toss is gonna move it because he pro-Israel, but he also gets on his knees for Trump. I don't know how he gonna play that. But I'm just gonna tell you this right now: however he plays it, he's gonna lose some of his audience. I promise you. And we gonna be here for it because he finna fall. They finna fall out. The rest of the black MAGA that's pro-Israel finna fall out with white MAGA. I'm telling you right now, Trump come outside and say he ain't fucking with BB no more. All them influencers finna run right behind him. You're gonna have like, that's our ally. That's our ally. And then some of them gonna try to grift it, talking about, well, they must know something that we don't know. Oh, all of a sudden. Uh-huh. Okay. Well, listen, they voted for Donald Trump. That vote is hilarious. Look, Bill Maher urges Americans to get over the fantasy of deeply held beliefs, core convictions. Oh, so you're not supposed to stand on nothing. Ah, all right. I didn't know you weren't supposed to stand on nothing. Okay. Donald Trump. Trump administration trending, of course. Ooh, wait, what was that? Wait a minute, what is this? Idaho murders. What is this? Oh, that dude. Oh, okay. Never mind. I remember that story. Karen Reed? What is this? Oh, Lord. Wow. She allegedly deleted her boyfriend? A cop? MAGA, where are y'all on this? I thought it was back to blue. Hmm? Oh. She got one of Kevin Spacey's lawyers? This should be fun. Democrats are crying. Why are you bringing up Democrats? We talking about Trump. Why are you bringing up Democrats? The Republicans have the House. This is their bill. Why are we bringing this up? The Republican-led administration caused this. Why are you bringing up Democrats? I'm just trying to understand. Nah, Rick, you're going to have to explain this. Why are you bringing up Democrats? Let me see what CNN talking about. A Navy training ship. Ooh. What this be? Clyburn outside talking. Let me look. Oh, now it's not going to work. Okay. Maybe I got to sign in. Hold on. I think I got to sign in. Hold on. Oh, wait. I just want to watch live TV. Why do I have to sign in? Yeah, I should still be signed in. Let me see. Yeah, we good.
USDA choice ribeye. Woo!
I don't care. Sure. Anyway, they said he was over fellow race soldier's house when he was on the live. Well, there it is. Someone mentioned Democrats were internally fighting. Okay. Yeah. And so are Republicans. You know who's not fighting? The 3 independents that are in Congress. I'm sorry, the 5. The 5 independents in Congress aren't fighting. They just sitting back chilling. See, us independents, we're laughing at both sides, yelling at each other. It's hilarious.
Find themselves in something of a difficult spot, being asked why didn't they acknowledge.
Let's see what he's talking about.
About President Biden during the last election. Why didn't they tell the truth about him? What can they do to fix that now? Joining us now to discuss.
Hey, informing media. If she's being set up, that's her problem. Back to blue. Hey, look, you got. Hey, look at Van.
Run for re-election and the decision to hide his declining abilities as much as they were able to.
Why do y'all care? He's gone.
Well, look, at the top end, you have to blame him because he made the decision. But he was
they're blaming Biden.
In many different ways. He was shielded by a coterie of advisors and his family. They were in this confirmation bubble, and they shielded. They tried to shield the world from his decline.
Robin Short, let me help you. Let me help you, ma'am, or it, or sir. We're not Democrats here, so I don't know why you're laughing. We clown Ketanji Brown Jackson for her not being able to describe what a woman is. So I don't know where. Oh, I get it. I get it. You saw us clowning Trump and you thought we were Democrats. Like, there's no Republicans that clown Trump. Okay. I mean, there you go. No, we're actually laughing because we're doing something. We're taking care of our families, what we're supposed to be doing. It's funny how that works. A whole bunch of independents swayed the election, not MAGA. But, you know, such is life. Such is life. I don't even know what this white man's talking about. He up early. I don't know what he's talking about. So we're not even going to listen to that. She's trying to figure out what it means to be governor. Ma'am, just go on the book tour and tell everybody you're not black. You'll make way more money. Vance and Rubio are meeting with Ukraine, Zelensky, and Italy. They're probably about to tell him to bow. Cracks emerge in Maha MAGA alliance as RK Jr. builds out his team of health renegades. Most Americans, Democrat or Republican, they don't even know what they are. Okay, I'm going to help you, Bok Choy. Most of them follow behind the personality, not the policy. Most of them don't believe what either side is supposed to stand on. So for those who ever hear that question again, there's your answer. It's personality over policy. Collision comes 16 months. So why you had to mention the Key Bridge? Who cares? Anyway, Pope Leo condemns exploitation of poor and calls for unity in the church. Great for you. There's like, let's see. Let's go back on X. Let's see what else they got. The U.S. was stripped of its last credit rating, reflecting deepening concerns of ballooning debt deficits would damage America's as the premier destination for global capital. Okay. Well, that's look. See, Scott Bessett. I think Moody's is a lagging indicator. You sure? Okay. They're lagging. Okay. But it's funny because I was looking, right? You know what? We'll do this. We're going to go on YouTube. We're going to find our favorite influencers and see if they did videos on this. Now, again, this came out Saturday. And they love to put out videos on the weekend, especially when it's black folks. So I want to see if they said something. I think it should be pretty easy to go online and easily talk about this. Should be, right? I should go on Tatum's video site on YouTube and look at the fact that he talked about the Moody stuff. Celebrate National Police Week. Do you see this? Okay, this is what he was talking about. National Police Week. But when they told me that I was crazy for thinking there wasn't going to be a crime bill that was going to indemnify them police, they said I was crazy. Okay. Where is it, Tatum Tots? Ghetto graduation, that's what you did 12 hours ago. Bruce Springsteen, that's what you did. Oh. Maybe he did it live. Maybe he was smart. He did it live. He didn't do it live. He didn't do it live. He didn't do it live. Okay, he didn't do it live. Okay.
And I will tell you this as plainly as possible. I don't want to live around black people.
Okay, we don't care, Nick Fuentes. Let's see what Tariff King said. Let's see. How is he bringing back trillions? But see, you see how they tell these lies? But it's okay. It's okay. Where's the Moody's video? Maybe he went live. I mean, that was a big story. Maybe he went live. Your last live was 2 months ago. Huh. Maybe he's uploading the video today. Maybe. Let's look on Mayor Odom since he want to keep talking about black people so much. That's a wild ass picture.
What's up? My name is Amir, and welcome to my channel.
We don't give a damn. Let me see. Let me look. Black fatigue, and there it is. And there it is. They're making it they're making it too easy. They're making it too easy.
What's up? My name is Amir, and welcome to my channel.
We don't care. We don't care. Amir Odom Live, the Reflection Tour. Oh Lord. Now I gotta y'all just love presenting me these open doors. Leave me alone. PragerU, and there it is. PragerU got him. How a black gay influencer went from marching to he was in BLM. MAGA. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Right wing. I'm not even gonna put this on MAGA. Right wing. This is who y'all allowing? Somebody that was in BLM? I thought BLM was the bad guy. Wait a minute. Oh no. Young old boy. Wait, who that again? Oh, CJ? CJ's stupid. He don't know nothing. Oh, you know what? Let's go look up CJ. CJ Pearson, you should have said something. You part of Young GOP, so this is in your wheelhouse. Let me look. Let me look. Bruh, this is hilarious. I was about to write young old. I was about to write it, but let's see. Let's see. What you got on Moody, son? He ain't say nothing. Do any congressional leaders care? Laura Ingraham, this is what she said. Do any congressional leaders care? MAGA, the MAGA ones obviously didn't because they're not outside screaming bloody murder. Look, F Moody's, they're wrong over and over again. Really? Okay. I know, Torian. I just figured he might have expanded his horizon because Zach Griff is over. He doing a video talk about black fatigue. Oh boy, Dennis Prager got him. Listen, you know you ain't shit when you had to replace Javier Duroso, who's trying to move into the middle. You know you ain't shit. Prager, you picked that boy up because of that bullshit he has on his channel. And he know damn well he wouldn't go live. I tell you this right now, if I debated that dude live, I'd make him crash out in 10 minutes. All I'd have to say is, sir, you think the right wing loves you because you do them dumbass videos? Did you not see what happened to Rob Smith? And that man was in the military, and they claim they love the military. And they let that man get disrespected like that. And you think you immune to that because you're gay? Wait till they find out you was really a BLM and start finding your videos. Boy. But you got it. Are the thumbnail images or videos expression face off-putting to anyone else? That's what they do. Oh, Cartier family, you know they ain't finna talk about that. Listen, you know what? There is something I want to look up on their page. I want to see something. Because remember when I did that upload about Thomas Sowell saying that Trump's tariff plan was crap? And we went through those comments and a whole bunch of people that were loving on that man say he was crazy. I want to see something. When was that? Like 2 months ago, right? I want to see if they said something because that's their boy. Every time they be like, yeah, we got another video from our boy, Thomas Sowell. All right. Let me see. Let me look. Oh, y'all haven't done Thomas Sowell content in a while? What is this? Sirs, no Thomas Sowell content. Huh? Let me see. Trump just said the N-word. This is what we're doing. The N-word. I think they're taking the Vivek route. View content again. Black voters furious as Trump slashes Section 8 for people who won't work. We got nothing to do with that. We weren't the ones complaining. That was white folk. White folk take them on Section 8, but again, y'all don't know. Y'all went to college and know nothing about stats. That's crazy. Wait, nothing about Moody's. Look, they're scraping the bottom of the barrel, family. They had to go do Kathy Griffin content. Really? Oh my God. Look, Democrats demand arrest after white woman calls black child N-word. Sir, do you know how many people that are not politically aligned, and even if they were Democrats, do you know how many people on both sides of the aisle in the middle said that that lady was wrong? I get it. I get it. Y'all, this is y'all's career. Y'all got all them degrees and this is your career. You're beholden to a system that could take away your monetization just like that. I get it. I get it. If it ain't this, you got to go try to get your money from Charlie Kirk and them. And when that's not available, you do content like this to get a quick couple $1,000s. But y'all are too scared to go debate real people because you know what's going to happen. The second you get off of that, you going to start losing hella subscriptions. But YouTube, because you have that check, is going to artificially prop you up. Let me see. Maybe they did it live. Let's look. Last one was 6 months ago. See, this is what I'm talking about. Look, and they wearing the MAGA hat. Look at them. The Coonier family. This is them. But, you know. They got it. They got it. Cordell Lewis, I don't know. You're going to have to ask. Go to Black Light Revelations. Ask them. I don't do nothing on that crypto. I'm out of it. Yeah, we saw that while OJ, but you know, let's see. What was her name? Let's see if she got to go. She got to give and go. Oh, let's see. X1 Entertainment. We're going down another rabbit hole. X1 Entertainment is a new kind of live production and promotion company specializing in touring the world's biggest TV stars, YouTube celebrities, Instagram personalities, creators, and podcasters. We've executed over 2,000 events all around the world for over 150 creators. Blair White, and there it is. Blair White. Jamie French, Lord. Okay, now see, they had to say this because... Oh, jeez. Yeah, this is what they're doing, family. Amir Odom. So this must be for the alternative people. Nothing wrong with that. Do your thing. Amir Odom, do your thing. So this is for the LGBTQ. Nothing wrong with that. Do your thing. Let's see. Let's look. Damn, that's a crazy... Boy, he acting like there's three sides to him. All right. Let's see. Phoenix. He's going to go up there and tell jokes. Everybody wants to be a comedian now. Okay, I get it. They think they're going to bring comedy back. Cordell, if you think that's the future of banking, I mean, that's fine. You think that. Oh, he's going to be in New York, October 7th. Well. Huh. Let's look at the tickets. How is he worth $150 to meet this man? How? Who is paying for? Bruh, y'all are insane. Wait a minute, family. The ticket $40. The fee is almost as much as the ticket. Are you serious? 25% of this is the ticket? That's insane. Okay, so they're saying Jamie French is straight. Okay. So this must be for alternative people. This show in Atlanta is October 10th. Who is paying this? Don't nobody know this man offline? Who knows this man offline? Blair White Takes America. Are you serious? Don't call me white girl. I don't know. What does that mean? Live podcast. All right, do your thing. Beyond the Blind. What is this? Do your thing. Y'all got it. Y'all got it. Who is paying this? That's what I'm thinking. Well, that's why I said alternative. Either the LGBTQ or they're conservative. But who is paying this? I want to see numbers. That's what I want to see. Where are these numbers? Why does he look like that? What is this? All right. Hey, if they're gonna toss you money, get your coins. I like how bold Trump was. Oh, he wasn't that bold, but all right.
Supporting it, but that support is slipping.
Wait a minute. They put you on Fox Business? You got that big ass platform and they only put you on Fox Business? That's crazy.
One voter told Fox why she left the Democrat Party behind. Watch this.
I grew up in this social media culture that was very dominated by left-wing.
Your eyes are wild, boy.
For lack of a better word, I accepted it wholeheartedly. I loved it. I was very into it until I started to come out of it and realize that a lot of what I believed was very emotional and not really based in logic or fact.
All right, let's
JB, watch your mouth. Do not use the P word in there.
Amir, you have a similar story. You went from marching with Black Lives Matter to shaking Donald Trump's hand. How did that happen?
Because I grifted because I'm a gay black man. Because BLM did not want me. I can't be myself. I have to jump the fence. Look, he got that look right there. He closed his eyes, he's gonna lie.
Yes, thank you for having me. So pretty much growing up black and gay in America, I was always a liberal.
I told you, as soon as he opens his mouth, he's gonna lie. Because every black youth in America grew up to be a liberal. And then within 10 seconds, he owns himself. So you just told people on Fox Business who saw this live and who watched it on the playback that you grifted. You just told them that. At least, again, with Hotep Jesus and them, at least they admit that they grift. You literally just went on Fox News and told everybody you grifted. Say less. Continue. That's crazy. Screenshot, by the way. That's a crazy screenshot.
And then in 2017, I went to a couple of Black Lives Matter rallies, and it's very emotional, crying in the streets, the whole nine.
2017. He said it. He said it, family. 2017. So this is a grift. Gotta let him talk. Let's turn up the sound so y'all can hear the grift.
You went from marching with Black Lives Matter to shaking Donald Trump's hand. How did that happen?
Yes, thank you for having me. So pretty much growing up black and gay in America, I was always a liberal.
Which we had just proved that was a lie.
And then in 2017, I went to a couple of Black Lives Matter rallies, and it's very emotional, crying in the streets, the whole nine.
This was so you're an actor. Got it.
Later that fall, went on a date with somebody, and they were just questioning me on why I felt the way I felt. Why did I hate the police? Why did I stand with Black Lives Matter? And in that moment, I realized I wasn't thinking for myself.
So you're an automaton. You are one of those pods in the matrix that need to be programmed. You can't think for you. He just told you, family, he can't think for himself. So he told you during Trump's election cycle against, well, Biden was still in at this point. He just told you that his whole YouTube channel is nothing but a grift. He don't think for himself. All his content on there is based on what he sees online and how he can monetize off of it. That's crazy.
Really didn't know why I felt the way I felt. I was just regurgitating headlines.
There you go. I was regurgitating headlines. He just said it. And you got people still frequenting his channel, but probably never saw this. Okay. We might have to do an upload on this. Amir, I might have to destroy your channel. I might have to do it. Regurgitate headlines. You're so bored and so untalented. We're gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna shut this air off for a second. I want everybody to hear what I'm about to say. Family, Amir Odom is so untalented that he has to go scroll social media to figure out what he's going to talk about on his channel, which is why when you look at his channel page, his uploads are so infrequent. Now, I'm sure he's going to try to tell you, oh, I got a job, I got responsibilities. Bullshit. Because your punk-ass uncle over there, Tatum Tots, he got a job. He got a whole business. He got a whole family. But he figured out how to do 5 videos a day. I don't know how you do that. I'm exaggerating when I say 5 videos a day. He at least do a video a day. Greg Forehead, same thing. Video up to 3 a day. That you just told us you can't. You had to go to PragerU for them to get you a line. You can't teach nothing. You can't inspire people. None of this. And Fox News thought so highly of you, they gave you less than a 2-minute segment. But you got over 50 million views on YouTube.
Seeing on CNN or Twitter, whatever it may be, regarding race relations in the United States. So that person led me down a path to watch a couple of different YouTube videos.
Oh my God.
People like Charlie Kirk, Candace Owens, Ben Shapiro, the whole
So somebody led you down a hole for you, tell you to think for yourself, and the first thing you do was look at them sending you videos with Charlie Kirk, Ben Shapiro, and Candace Owens instead of you going outside and trying to figure out who you are. Angry Man grifts too, but he's honest with it. He made outrage content to appeal to the MAGA incels, and he made a career off of it. and now he giving smoke to everybody. He a griff. Yes, this channel is shallow. You're right. I am shallow. And you are nothing without carrots and celery. You are nothing without green peppers and celery. Nobody eats a dish that you're included in onions and says that was the best part of the whole meal, the onions. You even have a cousin named French onion soup, and don't nobody talk about that. They talk about the crouton, the broth, and the cheese, and the way it's melted and it gets to your plate and it's bubbling. They don't even care about the onions. So I need you to be quiet. I know, onions, you don't understand what I just said because you only have a root. You don't have a brain. Thank you so much.
What in particular do you like about Trump?
He's white.
In particular, I was at that moment in time, I was very curious about him. I was always...
Bruh. Trump was around in 2016. What do you mean you were curious about him? Sir, Trump been around. He's got to be in his late 20s. Sir, Trump was around when you were coming up. Cut it out. Just cut it out. Sir, you want to go look at my follower numbers? Since you want to talk about how many people following you, because I could go check it right now. I go check it right now. How many people following you, Onions? 28 people. 28 people. And I don't even like counting my numbers. So I have more people in here now than follow you. Now, I'm sure you're going to tell me you don't create content. Great. 28. So 27 of them must have been vegetables. Okay, I take that back. That's mean. That's mean. One of them was pepper steak. The other one was a fruit. I understand. You brought it up, sir. You said this is why I have so few followers. You brought up numbers. Now you don't like it because I said you only had 28 subscribers. I don't even like bringing up people's numbers. I brought up Amir's numbers who are way ahead of mine. I'm not even mad at it. YouTube is Griff Central. It's Griff Central Station. It's okay. I'm not mad. You must feel something. Sir, Onions, you got here late because you were still in the ground. You already missed the intellectual conversation. This is where we joke now. And I still teach. Now, if you keep going like this, I'm going to stew you. And you're not going to like it. Because then I'm going to throw you in the garbage. Because you've only extracted your usefulness. I don't need the rest of it. Now be quiet. I'm going to help you. I say whatever I want, Kevin.
I didn't really understand why I had to hate him. I did like how bold he was. I like how I knew what he was feeling and his opinions and how funny he was. So at that time, that's the only thing that I really liked.
That's all you like. Say it again. Tell us again.
Yeah.
Tell us again.
That moment in time, I was just very curious about him. I was always told to hate him, but I didn't really understand why I had to hate him. I did like how bold he was. I like how I knew what he was feeling and his opinions and how funny he was. So at that time, that's the only thing that I really liked.
And you are going to vote for him?
Yeah.
That's it?
Thanks very much for coming on the show.
That's it?
We like to have you.
That's all you did because he was bold. Oh, Jesus Christ. Again, my statement. They chose the personality over the policy. Yes, Onion, I teach, yes. So you don't like the way I teach, that's fine. I don't like the way you mold after 3 days. I don't like that. I don't like the fact that you're less respected than a scallion. I don't like that. I'm trying to help the onion elevate itself. You shouldn't be in the background. You should be in the forefront. I literally just played the video. Hey, Onions, I literally just played the video. I didn't stretch nothing. See, this is what happens when you come in late. You miss everything. But it's okay, Onions. A kid with a mic. This kid, hey, this kid will act like Carmelo and end you. Now, do you want to keep going and call me a violent black? Go ahead. I will take that. Because I will be alive and you will be a stewed onion. Do you want to keep going? And remember, I need a knife to cut you. Now, do you want to keep going? I could do this all day. Thank you so much. You tell me what color you want me to cut you with. Would you like to be julienned or diced? Or four-quartered? Which one? Let me know. I'll let you say it. I didn't bring up race. I said Carmelo Anthony. I did not bring up race. Thank you so much. Thank you, Strom. Yes, onions are chopped. So you like chopped onions. I like them julienned myself. But anyway, let's keep going because I got a little bit more and then I have to leave. What else do you want? Let's go back to laughing at us losing our credit rating because this is funny. Let's see if anybody else woke up. Blooming onions. I mean, if you like fried onions, I mean, that's great. I'm not into onion rings myself. The guy who downgraded the U.S. credit rating at Moody's is a fool that doesn't have a clue. Probably a retarded Democrat, too. By the way, this is Biden's credit rating downgrade, not Trump's, sir. Oh, so we're going to blame this on Biden now. Oh, wait. So Trump now realizes that he's operating under Biden's budget, but he's going to blame Biden for this. So why didn't they downgrade him? Why didn't they downgrade us last year if this was Biden's fault? I just asked. They did it once. Fitch did it already in 2023. Why didn't they just do it in 2024? I'm just asking. Breezy, what do you mean? Wait a minute. Donald Trump is the reason why we're not eating cats right now? What? You that's the best argument you got. Where I'm from New York. Oh, so you think because Donald Trump's here that people just stop doing what you just said? Let me guess. How do you know? Tell us. Why? Because he's deporting Haitians? You're from communist Bulgaria. Listen, your best import was the wrestler Rusev. That's your best export. Your best import was them damn Germans. But we're not going to go there today. I ain't going to embarrass your country because you should be able to be a sovereign nation. We're not going to do that. Oh, onions. I'm supposed to look in the... Oh, wait a minute. Whoa. So the downgrader, I'm not supposed to look at the background. You mean the same downgrader that y'all were complaining didn't knock down the banks in 2008? The same one that could have knocked down Trump in 2020 but didn't. Moody's? Moody's have been around forever. The same Moody's that knocked down Greece. That Moody's? That's what you're talking about. That's what you're talking about. Onions, you're not making yourself look smart right now. I'm just saying. How is this Google? Daniel, I think you're dumb. How is this Google? Is this Google? I didn't know this was Google's symbol. I didn't know that. And by the way, I don't use Google. I use DuckDuckGo. But I didn't know this was Google. I didn't realize this was Google's interface. Oh, my God. Damn. No child left behind, boy. W got to pay for these crimes. Fine. Hey, Big Word the Genius, tell us about Trump 2028. Go ahead. Because we know you follow around white men. Go ahead. Tell us. Let him live. Let him live. I want to see what this big old trucker who's trying to imitate Garth Knight from Knight Rider. I want to see what he says. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead, Big Ward. The only Big Ward I respect is Dick Grayson. That's the only Big Ward I respect. No, Daniel, let him. No, Daniel. This is their new talking point, Trump 2028. Because I swear to God, they really want this man to run a third time. Obama come outside and Obama beat him so they could go bitch until 2032. Let him have it. Let him have it. Onions, I understand you're still on the ground. Nobody brought up race. But that's okay. I'll let you know when I bring up race. Okay? Because you shouldn't, as an onion, be talking about race. Okay? Because you have a cousin that's green, you have a cousin that is red. You should not be talking about race. And both of those are different. So you shouldn't be talking about race. Oh, I forgot about your yellow cousin. I almost forgot about the yellow cousin. I wouldn't bring up race if I were you. How did I get through COVID? I went outside. I took the government's money that they were giving away, got myself out of debt, got my family out of debt, and we were outside every day. That's how I got through it. And I was podcasting. That's how I got through it. And I was working. That's how I got through it. Wallow, leave the onion alone. It's okay. Just like another one of their cousins, all they are is satire. It's okay. Leave the onion alone. It's okay. It's all right. I actually didn't go outside with masks on. So there you go again. You don't know me, just like I don't know you. Now you can shut the fuck up. Thank you so much. Because I almost got arrested for not having a mask on. So, but that's okay. I'm not like you. I'm not subservient like you, onions. It's okay. A mask. Listen, we know you like men's panties on your face. It's okay. Nothing wrong with that. Do your thing. Why do you want to know how old a guy is? Are you trying to date me, sir? I don't date men, and I don't date vegetables. Thank you so much. Now, if you're into that, Amir Odom's there for you. I'm sure he likes onions. It's okay. How many jabs did I get? None. Me and my dad had many an argument over that. I got none. My family didn't get none. It is what it is. Sir, I already won. I'm just having fun now. But that's okay. Keep going. I'll keep being offensive. How offensive you want me to get? Do I put pineapple on my pizza? What is that atrocity? You're going to get blocked for that. If you put pineapple on pizza, you are akin to a serial killer. I think my wife said, no, you're not. Yeah, you are. If you eat pineapple and tomato, and mozzarella, you're disgusting. Okay, Strom, you got 4 or 5 jabs. That's great. You're alive. That's great. I'm glad you're here. Keep kicking. I hope you die of old age. Keep it moving. Onions, are you upset now that people ain't putting you on their pizza? Is that what it is? You haven't said anything in a little bit. What's the problem? I hear you, Azar, but guess what? I got through everything. We got through the fact now that MAGA is now going to try to turn on Moody's because they're dumb, because they won't call their man out for his policies of first 4 months. This is just me having fun now. How do I feel about the Pope? I'm not a Catholic, so I don't care. I let the Catholics have that. I have no religious affiliation, but I do respect the Most High. let's get back to how Dopey Down's tanking the economy. I mean, look, Strom, I did a live on that the other day. We went over Saudi Arabia and Qatar screwing around and getting all of our money and getting our data. If they don't see it now, they're never going to see it. They were actually touting Japan giving us money. A country that holds most of our debt. Y'all are praising this. I tell you they weak, but you know. I told them all this last year. They didn't want to listen. They were arguing with me about drill, baby, drill. And I just showed you that them company don't even want to drill no more. They don't even want to drill. They just want to say, hey, we can try to make our money in other avenues. He puts tariffs on steel. They said, we can't build no factories because we're going to pay extra to build these factories and these refineries. Fuck it. It's okay. If that's what they want, that's what they want. Think about it like this. The people in MAGA that you see talking about how great Trump's visit over there was, right? Understand that they are about to start grifting for Arabs. I've already seen some of them polls saying that as soon as Trump builds that hotel in Saudi Arabia, they're going to do content over there. Okay, Daniel, how's that working? Great, y'all are drilling. How's that working when Shell and Chevron and them already say that they're not going to put their focus on that? They rather go get it from international areas. How that going to work? By the way, before you answer that again, I already talked to somebody that was in that industry months ago. About, what was it, 3 months ago, family? And did we not embarrass her for the lies she was telling? I don't think you want to be part two. I would stop. Because I can't even take you serious if you can't spell drill twice in the same sentence correctly. I can't even take you serious. And here goes Onions again. Now he finally says something. He said, I don't know what touting means. You mean boastfully speaking? Making sure to put emphasis on it? That's what you're talking about. Okay. That's not the tool I referred to, so I know you're dumb. You ever heard of TWO? You know the number 2? God, you Onions, get out from under the ground. Sunlight makes you sweeter. God, you're dumb. So what we're going to do for you, Onions, I'm going to make your dreams come true right now. I'm going to let you get to the supermarket. God. Now come back with your carrots account and we'll keep this going. And I'll juice you. Whew. A vegetable really thought he could try to troll me. Well, Strom, if this is getting dull, I mean, hey, I'm sure you could swipe up and there's another channel doing something more impressive than me. That's fine. It's okay. As I said before, you guys can leave. I've already taught. We just having fun now. Miss Nisi, hello. No, he's living ALT, he's living under his mother's concrete. He can't grow. Yeah, Strom, go to the farmer's market. It's full right now. And you better hurry up because they're going to screw with that in a couple months. Get your supplies. Let's see, what else? We brought back retarded. Great. You brought back a word that people have been saying still, but that's okay. The Big Show reminds us of the prestigious acts that went down during the 06-07 era with some prime mortgage bonds and credit ratings. Ooh, look. How can we keep offering 300,000 student visas to Chinese nationals every year when we know they are legally required to gather intelligence for the CCP? Answer is simple, we can't. Well, I mean, y'all allowed it. Look, here you go, Stephen Moore. Moody's is now officially a political agency, not a credit rating agency. Because, so they weren't political when they, so Fitch is okay. Fitch is okay. They're political now. Moody's is political now because they downgraded Trump. He's sitting in the White House. He's making these tariff deals. So what we're going to hear next is Biden. These are Biden's tariffs. This is what we're going to hear next. Okay. Nasty work. But anyway. You said, will Moody's downgrading make bondholders like Japan and China get rid of their major bond supply? It depends on how Asia opens tomorrow. It depends. Let me see. Let me check the Nikkei real fast. Let me see what they closed at. China's rare earth gamble with Trump echoes Mao's protracted war. I might have to read that. Let's see. Nissan eyes cutting 2 Mexico plants and shift from emerging markets. Let's see. Let me put in Moody's. Let's try to bring that down a little bit. Let's see. Okay, so they said something 2 days ago. Let's see. Fucker, I'm not paying for that. No, that's the article I think I just read that article. Moody's weighs downgrade to Japan's. Okay, that was last year. I saw that. China's hidden debt spurs warnings of more Moody's downgrades. Ooh, what's this? What year was this? Okay, that was 2023. Okay, that was after Biden's. So I guess this is the only article. I don't know. Like I said, we'll see tomorrow. We'll see how Nikkei opens. Sean, what are you talking about? Okay, again, the debt issue was an issue because Fitch downgraded the U.S. And that was in August of 2023. So, yeah. And again, for those who don't know, Moody's warned Trump and them in the first administration that they could downgrade America if they don't stop. But y'all forgot about that. It's okay. All right. But since old boy wanted to tell me that these U.S. gas companies want to drill, so but she said we're drilling like crazy. Okay, let's see. U.S. drillers have cut oil and natural gas rigs in the third week in a row. U.S. oil field service companies face challenges as oil prices plummet. U.S. oil and gas rig count falls for third straight week as drilling slows. And those were 2 days ago. This one was 8 days ago. But he said he drilling like crazy. Okay. All right. Where are you, sir? I need you to explain this to me, since you're down there in Texas. Explain this to me. You're doing what you do on a normal day. He can't even get past the hurdle of going to federal land to go drill, where supposedly the mother lode is. But y'all are drilling every day. Y'all drilling like crazy. That's what he said. Gas is under $60 a barrel right now. It's not supposed to be there. It has to be, the average has to be between 80 and 90. But okay. No, they're not coming up dry. They're just doing their normal duties. When somebody tell you they drilling like crazy, that means there's supposed to be excess. Great. Remember what I said last year when I was arguing with them trolls in the Kamala Harris stream? Great. You got all this oil you're pumping out. How do you sell it? They couldn't even tell me. They said, we're going to use it. Americans cannot consume all that oil underneath us. You have to sell it. You have to create steel and petroleum products and plastics. How do you sell out on the open market? They couldn't even tell me. And as you've seen by Trump's tariffs, people are not buying our product. We used to give out blue magic. Now we have red magic because they figured out the formula for blue magic. And they're putting everybody except us on. And not everybody in the world doing blue magic, and we still trying to sell red magic. But, you know, I'm not. Okay, the end. Yes, it's going to Europe. And Europe can't sustain it. Europe is about to fall. Europe is trying to do a 11th hour deal with Russia through Germany to keep their economies afloat. Starmer just took money from us to prop up his own country. But it's okay. No, ALT. It's not that they're not smart enough. We already know they're dumb. It's just the fact that they claim that they are smart, but they don't research. They wait till somebody posts something, and then they just put it up on their page, change a couple words, and act like they figured out something. I'll give you a perfect example. I argued with Greg Foreman the other day over them tariffs. And all he could do was call me a clown, even though I was hitting him with facts. I said, you can go research this if you think I'm lying. He told me that the U.S. and China were meeting so both of them can save face. I said, there's no way China is going to relent to the U.S. And what happened? The U.S. went in front of China and dropped tariffs. China didn't go in there and beg because Trump would have said that. What did he say? And what does people say? We had very productive calls and we made significant progress. Mister, I'm going to put 145% tariffs on China, went back down to 10% for another 90 days. Maybe somebody in his camp finally gave him that list of stuff we get from China and he realized we can't produce that, we'd be screwed. And it's funny because I put up all this stuff and Forehead ain't said a word. He didn't even tout the deal with the Middle Eastern states that I saw. I didn't even see it. So maybe he did, but there ain't nothing there. Where's his video? I bet you if you look it up, it's going to be, look, all of them bowing to Trump. I'm like, they are finessing this man. Because if you know anything about Saudi Arabia, they don't finish their deals. They gave that man $100 billion in the first administration. They said conservative estimates is about 15% came back out of that. 15% of that worked. And the Gulf states know Saudi Arabia never clears deals. No, Trump is meeting. Is he meeting? No, he's meeting Ramaphosa tomorrow. I think he's seeing Ramaphosa tomorrow. Let me look. Because if Trump was meeting Putin, that would be a lead story on everybody. I know he's meeting Ramaphosa this week. No, he offered him a meeting. I don't know if he took it. Yes, he's going to talk to him on the phone tomorrow. Because Zelensky's meeting with Vance and Rubio in Italy. So he got that, and then later in the week he got Ramaphosa come out. I'm telling you, Ramaphosa gonna punk him in his own house. I'm telling him. Either he gonna punk him, or he gonna be like, well, that you got the white farmers down there. They're being genocided, and Ramaphosa be like, all right, motherfucker, you want them? Go ahead, take them. And we're gonna get number of failures over here. And let me just warn y'all this too, because they only about 12% of the population. If more of them leave and come here, that means they land gone. The government will take their land since they got most of the land. DJ, they downgraded them on Friday. You want me to show it to you? It's right here. They downgraded them on Friday. But there you go, DJ. Because you came late, so you didn't see it. Yeah, they did that on Friday. Looks like they made good on their threat. No, Cosme, he's not, because he really thinks that he's gonna get some kind of deal out of China that he can save face on. It's not gonna happen. Hey, if your score went up, that's a blessing. Do your thing. Make sure you get your scores up. But yeah, there you go. There you go. Come on, DJ. You want to tell us this? See, they did it on Friday. The end. He got nothing out of the tariffs. What are you talking about? He got nothing out of it. Go ahead. The end. Tell us what Trump got out of the tariffs. Go ahead. How are we winning ASMR? How are we winning? Go ahead. Tell us. Y'all can't even, the Republicans can't even pass a spending bill. How are we winning? Breezy. Oh God. Breezy, look. They're turning rigs off. What are you talking about? Jesus Christ. Are you an independent? Sir, how are you going to work for your dreams with an elevated interest rate? How are you going to work for your dreams? How are you going to work for your dreams in a system where under pristine conditions, you still can't get ahead? How are you supposed to do that, sir? This man said, work for your dreams. Maybe I have to say this. The American dream is dead. You know, you come here and you bust your ass and you create something, that's dead. It's a selection process now. Depending on the day, if you meet the characteristics, yeah, you can get ahead. This is why your government is funding influencers right now, but they don't want to tell you that. This is why you have influencer farms and agencies right now paying people to push propaganda, which I want to worry about the news. Facts, sir. You want to talk about facts? This it's right here, because I'm sure since you work in the industry, you know who Baker Hughes is. But you right. They're cutting it. Maybe that's what you meant by you say we're drilling like crazy because these rigs are going offline. You guys got to do extra work. And if you think that's what they did, you're crazy. They didn't agree to shit. But again, I don't know who told you that. You need to go start reading some articles. They didn't do that. This U.S. suggested that they do that. They want them to do that. They didn't do it. But okay. No. Oh God. Okay. We'll look it up for you. We'll look it up. Since we need to. All right. We'll look it up. U.S. and China will meet in Geneva. Okay, that was on the 7th. Let's see. May 10th, tariff talks begin. Let's see. Okay, they announced China trade deal. Let's see. We made substantial progress. This is not a deal. This is substantial progress. And it's such a deal that they couldn't even tell you what they gave, what the deal of the terms are. But when they made a deal with the Middle East, they laid it out point by point. Yeah. Substantial progress. Oh, substantial progress. No deal. Just substantial progress. Okay. Okay. Because a U.S.-China deal wouldn't have made the markets go sky high. I must have missed that day when that happened. I must have missed it. But I'm gonna let you go then. Tell us the details of this deal. Since you said they're supposed to curb this so-called dun 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 fentanyl. Because last I checked, didn't y'all say that there's less fentanyl coming around the border than ever before? Didn't they say only got like 228 pounds? So what exactly are they negotiating in terms of fentanyl? I'm just asking for friends. Since y'all know everything, go ahead, educate the folk. Come on, the end. It can't be that hard. I looked up what you asked. U.S., China, Switzerland. Where is it? Sir, you can give people permits to go drill. Doesn't mean that they're going to allow it. And again, since you're not looking, since we have to do this again, U.S. oil field service companies facing challenges as oil prices plummet. If the oil prices keep going down, what's the incentive for y'all to keep pumping? Answer me that. Which is what I said before. All you guys are doing is just doing your normal work. I need you to explain this to us, sir, since you're in the industry. You're letting the Saudis come in and... Never mind. Never mind. But, okay. China did... What are you talking about? How did China lower tariffs, sir? I don't know what you're writing. I don't know what you're writing. How did China lower tariffs on themselves? How did they do that? Are you talking about when Trump tried to pull the tariff move on them and they reciprocated? And he relented? Is that what you're talking about? Sir, we already looked up the 90-day arrangement. Trump put 145% on them, right? He begged them for a meeting and said, okay, until we get to a significant deal, I'm going to lower it to 10%. as a gesture of good faith. And he even said, I can always put it back up anytime I want. So I don't know what you're talking about. China does not care. I don't think you understand this. Sir, China, oh God. Okay, I'm going to explain this again. The end, they don't care. Do you understand where China's getting their money from? They're getting it from all over the world. They don't care. They don't need us. We're so decadent, we're going to buy it from anywhere. China moved it over to Vietnam and Malaysia, where they have 10% tariffs. They're still making money. It's not about equal trade. Our trade has not been equal since the 70s. Damn it. That's literally what that man ran on. He said that they were taking money out of us. So how is it equal trade? And it wouldn't be equal anyway if he lowered it to 10%. We're still paying more than them. So it's not equal. He wants it to be equal or our advantage, and he's never going to get there because we don't have the leverage. But y'all keep thinking this. Correct. You moved it to Vietnam, Malaysia, and India. And guess what? They're all aligned with BRICS. He's essentially giving BRICS money to operate. I was waiting for you to pick that up, but I guess you weren't going to pick it up. I'll help you again. He's paying BRICS to operate. He gave BRICS a trip. He set us up. He gave BRICS a trade deal with Saudi Arabia, who's a second-tier member of BRICS. He gave them cumulatively $1 trillion over 10 years. Damn. I didn't know that was America first. Again, that's not equal trade, the end. Even if we give 10% tariffs and they give us 10% tariffs, the trade imbalance between us is staggering. We import more from them than we export to them. It's not equal. And he can't figure out a way that China's going to say yes to a deal that's going to make us profitable in the black. It's not going to happen. And the corporations already told y'all, we would love to bring manufacturing back home, but we can't because it's cheaper to do business over there. Okay, great. Let's just say you're right there, and they're pretty much done with Saudi Arabia and India. Guess what? Saudi Arabia has the GCC. The country that can't complete deals is literally still going to make money. Fine, India's kicked out of BRICS. They'll be okay. Where is this America first? How is this America first? Okay, Breezen, okay, so hold on. So I'm supposed to take the word of the employee when I can go and take the word of the people running the company. That's what you're telling me. You're going to tell me the people running the companies, they're lying. The employees aren't. When it comes to this subject matter. Because there's only a few instances when the employees right at a company over the person running it. This ain't one of them. Because these oil companies, as I said before, they've been telling y'all that for a year or two, that they're trying to get away. It's not as profitable as it used to be with this gas because of the economic uncertainty around the world. But you want to keep bringing this back up because you're on the ground. If you're on the ground, why aren't you telling the truth? Because again, I already talked to somebody who's out in Wyoming who was talking about that. And we caught her in a lie. But if you want to keep this going, I could do this for another 10 minutes. The US dollar is not the standard anymore. It's really not. You do realize they're about to dump trillions of US dollars on the market, which is going to devalue our dollar even more. And they're telling you that in print right now, and y'all are ignoring it. It's not. He still thinks the US dollar is the standard, Lord. So all these countries, the last 4 years, doing deals with each other using their own currency, you still think the US dollar is the standard. Yet your president just did a statement on his social media app yelling that the US dollar is going to be the standard, and anybody who tries that to get off of it is going to face consequences. And you didn't see no country say, okay, I'm going to buy some American dollars. You didn't see that. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Keto, because apparently he don't see that. It's tied to the petrodollar, and gas is going down. What do you think is going to happen to the petrodollar in consequence of what's going to happen to the American dollar? That's why he's setting up these fledgling deals to try to artificially prop up the dollar, which is going to crash later. But, you got it. You got it. Okay. All right. Our allies are buying our dollars. Do you think that's a good thing? The rest of the world isn't, but you still think it's the standard. Got it. Got it. It's okay. When July comes and everything bottoms out and the truth starts coming out, then y'all are going to be like, hey, we in trouble. But my people have already adjusted because we've been over this for the last 3 years. Ever since he ran again, we've been over this. I've been showing them and I've been teaching them. So it's okay. Y'all will figure it out. It's okay. I ain't even mad that you think that. I would just suggest for you to end, you better start reading some articles. And I'm not talking about Western media. You better go start reading articles international. Those are the ones you need to. That's the ones you got to consume. Because they're telling you the truth. I understand they're a few hours ahead of us. They know what the game is coming to. They already know about Saudi Arabia. Answer me this, the end, since you want to talk about the American dollar. Why is it so important to have Saudi Arabia have missiles and access to our data and our and we have to absorb their security? How does that make us great again? I just want to know. Elon Musk is trying to offload X to the Saudis. How does that make America great again? I mean, it's going to suck for them racists because they won't be able to say nothing no more because they're going to take everybody blue checks. And it might go back to the old days and then they ain't going to have nowhere to talk and then they're going to bitch. Sir, these are not my economics. These are what I've researched. These are not my economics. I know how to read the tea leaves. Y'all better get up on this. He's still talking about these wells. Okay, Breezy, that's great. They're building wells. So they're wrong. So you're telling me Shell and them are wrong. This is wrong, right? This is wrong. This is wrong. Okay, let's look. Let me see what Trump says about drilling. Let me see. Let's look. Texas drilling permits dropped 50%. Local energy expert to weigh in on Trump tariffs. And you in Texas, I'm guessing you didn't see this, right? Oil industry that Trump wants to drill, baby drill, is taking a beating since he took office. Let me guess, because it's NBC, right? You don't trust it, right? That's what you gonna tell me. I'm lying about this. Okay. He said I'm lying. I'm lying. I'm lying. They didn't say the oil industry. Your industry said this. I'm lying. Though. Your industry. Let's see. Let me see. Because since you're in the industry, you're gonna tell me if these people should be trusted. Let's see. $65 per barrel. Okay, I'm sure that's a lie. Baker Hughes, Halliburton, SLB. Those are lies, right? Now Halliburton also does defense, but okay. These are lies, right? These three are liars, right? I just want to know. I'm right here, sir. I can look up any number you tell me. I'm going by the people that fund you. I'm going by the company that funnels the money to your boss that pays your paycheck every 2 weeks. That's who I want to listen to. Because if they folded tomorrow, you're out of a job. Now, answer my question. These three companies right here, they're lying. No, Keto, as I told them, if you're going to produce it, great. How are you selling it? They can't tell me. Come on, Breezy. I'm right here. You didn't post. What link did you post? You didn't post any links. Try again. Well, let me update. Let me see this link you posted. What link? I'm looking. I don't see no link. You running in there putting in numbers like that's supposed to be impressive. Great. You got permits. That means you're permitted to start work, right? Because I also looked that up while you were still posting that in there. Yeah, them saying permits, a lot of them still haven't started working yet. Oops. But go ahead. Tell me. I'm right here. Them three companies, they're lying, right? Gas is not under, crude oil is not under $65. Go ahead. Tell me. The S&P 500 energy sector has fallen more than 11% since inauguration day. More than the market's decline, the broader market's decline of nearly 8%. I'm not trying to fuck up your industry. I'm just going by what the numbers are saying. Because remember what y'all said? Numbers don't lie. I'm glad you still got a job. Look, SLB CEO Olivier Lepuch told investors last week that Trump's tariffs are causing economic uncertainty that could hurt demand, which is happening now because I've passed many gas station. Unless you're on the highway, it's not full. People are conserving where they're going. They're keeping their shit local. That's another reason why I kept saying we'll find out in July. Because July 4th, we all know that's one of the biggest travel days in the country. We've already gone over in other lives how the airline industry has been hurting. The cruise line industry, their entire year outlook is looking bad. Let's see how people, when they get in their cars and they want to go on vacation, let's see how that demand holds up. While the group of producers known as OPEC Plus is accelerating supply faster than originally anticipated because they want to get paid. But you right, Breezy. Look, you put, oh my God. It's showing in my feed. Let me look. Because maybe it's not showing on the phone. Let me look. Because first off, you're not a mod, so they're just going to see a link that they can't click on. But maybe you're right. Maybe. Let's look. Let me see. We'll go to live chat. So we'll show it here. The link is posting. I see no links. Let's go up. I don't see any links. We're looking at your name. If you're calling this a link, that's not a link. Where is these links? I'm looking. Where are these links? Just asking. And then you got your friend over there, the end, talking about Trump is making a 50-50 move, peace through economics. Because, yeah, you're going to have peace through money. That's how you ended wars. You gave people money. No, you create another bully. It's 11 o'clock. I don't see any of these links, Breezy, so I don't know. So I think you're lying. But that's okay. You're allowed to lie. You're protected by the First Amendment. You're allowed to lie. But anyway. Commercial, using business deals as foreign policy cornerstones. How does that work when you're getting finessed at the end? How does that work? Again, you still haven't answered my question. How does this make America great again? These deals. How does it help us? Giving Google and these tech companies all this access, how is that supposed to help us? Maybe you can explain it to me. What is the post above this one says? It says right above this post, we looked again. I posted a link to all permitted, you can't even spell permitted correctly, and completed wells is showing in your feed. There's no links, sir. There's no links. So I don't know what you're talking about. Thank you so much. And I'm not lying, because I just showed you on the desktop. There's no links. We know what links look like. You just typing stuff in there is not a link. There was no, I'm not crying, sir. Where is your HTTPS://? Where are those? That's a link. I need those. I know. Thank you so much. I need links. You're not going to tell me. That's fine. Because, again, your bosses are saying something different, but I'm supposed to listen to you. Your bosses are saying something else. Less drilling. Look, less drilling. The North American petroleum market faces more downside risk than the rest of the world because onshore oil production in the U.S. is more sensitive to commodity prices. Look, there. Trump's nuclear. Wait. Trump's energy guy came outside. He's talking about U.S. and Poland's nuclear power deal. Energy secretary on European. All right. But anyway, I'm going to go be a father today because my daughter is going to be dancing in her recital. I need to see that. And I'm going to go kiss my wife. And then I'm going to take her to dinner because she's dance captain. I didn't even know that was a thing. Hey, come here. I heard you were dance captain.
Dance captain?
That's what your mom said. They made you dance captain.
No, she did not.
Honey? Yeah. Did you say she was dance captain or were you lying? Oh, dance captain award.
Because I knew all the moves and I was doing really good.
Very good. Very good. Okay, give me the line one time. Cause we gotta go.
Say, cut the check.
Thank you so much. Now go finish getting ready.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I'm ready for getting ready.
Right. Okay. All right. I gotta go. Anyway, hopefully you learned something. If you did, done my job. If not, I try to be better next time. Tomorrow we shall have fun. We're gonna go over the big, beautiful bill that Trump and the Republicans are trying to pass, and we're going to show you the fallacies of it and how my prediction of MAGA is about to get vice gripped by the Republicans and the Democrats, and how it's starting to come to fruition. So, y'all take care, stay safe, and you know what to do when the agents of chaos come to mess up your existence.